Librans, how are you? This is Dee from Consciously Focused Tarot, bringing you your May love and astrology reading. That livened things up a bit, didn't it? Woke you up? Spring has sprung, guys. I am so delighted for this much improved weather we're having here. I was so tired. Ooh, goodness. Okay, so my Librans, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Now I'm going to bring you your love reading for May, where I start off with a snapshot of the astrological influences that will be affecting your sign. I hope you guys have already watched the 2 readings that I uploaded for Libra for April, which is your love reading like this one, and also your how does your person feel about you, or just feel about the connection in general reading. Okay, so go in and watch those if you haven't watched those yet, because remember, timelines are different for everybody. Okay, so what was I going to do? Shall I do these now or do these later? No, I'll do those later. Okay, let's just jump right into your astrology. I hope I can wrap the astrology up in about 6 or 7 minutes. I was at 16 minutes for Capricorn, 11 minutes for Taurus, so I'm not doing very well in that department, okay? And as you all know, my videos cut off at 38 minutes, so I have to really try and condense these readings, but the astrology portion does lengthen the video and shorten the content, but I do like to add it for extra value and additional messages. Okay, so let me set my timer. Okie dokie then. So Libra, those of you that would prefer not to listen to the astrology synopsis, go ahead and fast forward, okay? And if someone would be kind enough to timestamp where the tarot reading starts in the comments section, I would be very grateful. And those of you that haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Keep liking, commenting, and thank you so much for sharing my videos on your social media platforms, especially Facebook and Instagram. Okay, all right, so Libra, what have we got going on? I'm going to try and make this as condensed as possible. What are the highlights? Okay, we have a new moon and sun in Taurus in your 8th house on the 4th of May. Okay, your 8th house speaks to, okay, let me back up. A new moon is always a good time to plant new seeds for your intentions and your goals for the upcoming period, okay? In any area of your life. However, seeing as the new moon and the sun are in Taurus, which is earth energy, it's very grounded. The earth is like fertilizer. The sun illuminates and rejuvenates, and right. And I do believe Neptune is in here somewhere as well. So that's water. Okay, so that's where you plant your seeds of your imagination through creative visualization. Okay, and then you write it down somewhere. Write down your goals, and then we also have Mercury in Taurus a few days later, so that you can speak your goals into existence, right? And so first of all, you visualize, then you write it down, okay? And you speak and affirm into existence in the morning, and when you first thing in the morning when you wake up and you're still in that dreamy state, okay? And last thing at night before you go to bed. Now, The new moon is in, and that's in any area of your life. However, for you, Libra, the new moon is showing up in your 8th house of joint finances. Anything that you share jointly with any entity or person, whatever that may be, okay? But for the most part, 8th house speaks to joint finances, whether it be loans, mortgages, pensions, money that you hold jointly with a financial institution, or even within joint finances within a partnership, okay? It can also speak to intimacy, because you're sharing your intimate space with someone, okay? So it can speak to these issues. But also, 8th house also is Scorpio. And Scorpio delves into the unseen. They dig. They're the investigator that digs deep into the psyche, the soul, that type of thing. So this may also be a good time with the new moon to lay aside any fears, or release, process them and release them, okay? Any fears or emotions or things that you have in your subconscious, maybe from the past, from broken relationships, or death, from someone close, or family members, whatever the case may be. It's an opportunity to heal, okay? To process and release, okay? So that you make space for the new moon to usher in a new energy. So, okay, so we're talking about the new moon here. So, and then you have a full moon in Scorpio, okay? So this is also about your self-worth, which can also be linked to fears and psychological issues, emotional issues, subconscious issues. So definitely, also around the full moon on the 18th, this is also a good time to release those things that is devaluing your self-worth, your feelings of self-worth, not your self-worth, your feelings of self-worth. It's a good time to process and release with this full moon in Scorpio. Okay, I'm jumping all over the place. So going back to the new moon on the 4th. So yes, this is a good time to plant seeds of what you want to create in your life around anything joint finances, finances in your partnerships, intimacy, that type of thing. Okay. And with Mercury and Taurus here, it may help to also talk these things through, talk it out with your partner, your bank manager, financial institutions, or family members, whatever the case may be, okay? And then in the middle of the month, you have Venus in Taurus in your 7th house of relationships. So Venus is a planet of pleasure and beauty, comfort. Taurus is also a planet of comfort and harmony, and so this would be very good for collaboration with other people, for collaboration with your partners, collaboration with business relationships, or any type of relationships. It should be peaceful and harmonious, okay? And around the middle of the month, with Venus in Taurus, if there were any difficult conversations you needed to have, this would be a great time to have them, because there is a lot of mental and emotional healing energy here. It's very harmonious, very peaceful, very healing, okay? And especially with Scorpio being in the fray here, all right? Because Scorpio is also about, like I said, Scorpio is an investigator. They delve deep into the psyche. They want to know what's going on, right? And they don't stop digging until they find what they're digging for. So So this really might be a good time for introspection, okay? To acknowledge and to accept whatever it is that's there that may be a blockage to your feelings of self-worth, or your finances, or anything like that, and release it, okay? And then also what's showing up here for you is 9th house. It's showing up twice. So you have the sun illuminating your 9th house in Gemini. Gemini is a very sociable, social sign. Mercury is very communicative, likes to relate, likes to communicate, likes to share, likes to teach, likes to learn. So in the 3rd week of the month, your 9th house is illuminated, but your 9th house is also illuminated in the middle of the month as well. Is it the middle of the month? Well, anyway, earlier on in the month is also illuminated because Mars is there. 9th house is ruled by Jupiter, which is about expansion. It's about vision. It's about international business affairs, international travels, having dealings with people from other cultures and countries, okay? So for some of you with Venus in your 7th house of relationships, some of you may be meeting someone when you travel abroad. You may be meeting someone of a romantic nature when, from a different country or internationally, or when you travel. Some of you may even be doing business internationally. Because why? On the 16th, we have Mars in Cancer in your 10th house. So some of you will be there is this, Mars comes in like a tailwind and gives, if you tap into that energy, you get that drive and that passion to push something forward, okay? Something that may have slowed down, been stagnant, or it just wasn't ready to progress or be developed to the next stage. So at the middle of May, you have Mars here in your 10th house of career, recognition. So you're going to be very busy, but you're going to be recognized for what you do. Some of you may get promotions, some of you may find new jobs, okay? But Mars is not very comfortable in Cancer. You're going to have to manage these energies because Mars likes to push forward, its drive, its enthusiasm, its passion. Cancer does not. Cancer's energy is indirect. It's not that direct. Cancer's energy is more subtle, more nurturing, more kind. So you may find yourself balancing these two energies, okay? So yeah, and 9th house again it's also about spirituality and faith. So some of you may be reading more spiritual literature or anything to do with this holistic or mind, body, spirit type of stuff. Okay, you may be expanding your minds in that area because 9th house is about the higher mind. It's about higher education. You may be attending seminars, workshops. You may be presenting, at a seminar or a workshop, or you may start taking new courses, higher education, but expanding your mind in some way. And some of you may even go on what do you call those trips? I forgot what you call them, but a spiritual trip to a spiritual location. Okay? Like Mount Machu Picchu in Peru, or Hawaii, or Africa, or Israel, or something like that. Okay? Egypt, for all I know. Now, on the 31st, 14 minutes, you see? I cannot do 7 or 8 minutes. Okay, but I'm going to wrap this up now. The 31st is a dated note in your journal, your diary, wherever on the fridge. Venus is trine Saturn in Capricorn in your 4th house. Trines are wonderful opportunities, beautiful energy coming in that you can use, okay, in your 4th house. So that is to do with your home, your family, anything that gives you a sense of security and foundation, whatever that may be. Okay, it could have to do with real estate, a home, with Capricorn here, it could even have to do with legacy. Saturn and Capricorn here, legacy, authority, authorities, okay, government, but it's beautiful energy that can be used to create whatever it is that you're working on to do with your foundation, the home, anything, any long-term goals. Anything to do with your foundation, your security, your home, your real estate, maybe legacy, family, authority, I don't know, right? But this is beautiful energy, especially and for commitments, for long-term commitments, okay, or for signing contracts that would be long-term, for example, real estate or a business or something like that. The 31st of May, that is a great date. And for those of you that are dating, or for those of you that are in a relationship that you want to take to a higher level of commitment, okay, for the long term, the 31st of May, around that date is a great time to pop the question, or yeah. Okay, so note that date. So I hope I didn't waffle on too long. So your career is looking good. It's going to get a boost in the middle of the month. Yeah, your new moon in Taurus. It's about your joint finances and anything jointly that you have in partnerships or with a financial institution. There's some fresh energy coming in there that you can use. And also about intimacy issues and any and things of the mind, psychology and things of the mind. Okay, so 17 minutes, oh my goodness. Okay, let's get moving here. Let me set my timer again. All right, so if I get to the end of this, if I'm able to get through this reading, these are the cards, the Spirit and Oracle cards that I've pulled for you that I will read at the end of the reading. Libra, someone please timestamp where this video, where the tarot reading is about to start. Okay, this is from the loving words of Jesus. Whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven is my brother, sister, is the same as my brother, sister, or mother. Okay. Then from the Doreen's Virtues Energy cards, we have strategy. Make a plan. I will read these at the end, okay? From Sandra Ann Taylor, we also have the Healer of Ages. Now I shuffled all these cards very well, okay, before I switch my camera on. So to me, the healer is the same energy of Jesus, okay? Then we also have from John Holland's Tarot of the Heart, Healing Begins. So there is an awful lot of healing cards that's coming up in your reading here, Libra. And then we have Blossom. Blossom. So what I can surmise from these cards is make a plan to do the work you need to do, and strategize and to make a plan to do the work that you need to do, okay, on yourself, for your healing. And once you do that, you will blossom, Libra. Okay, so now starting with the reading now, the oracle cards that I have now for you are wedding. This situation involves marriage. And the next card I have is children. Your love life is being affected by children, Libra. Okay? And healing family issues. Another healing card. I need to go back and see what your the readings were that I had for you for April and what your astrology was for April, because there is a lot, but it's not just you. Everybody's going through transformation and healing. Okay, everybody in different areas of their life. Okay, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents or family members. Okay, there's so much pollen here around. I feel like rubbing my nose off my face, so excuse me. Okay, oh, I've got to turn the camera down. I forgot to do that in Capricorn's reading. And talking about Capricorn, I was just wondering who else had that card. Capricorn also had this card, healing family issues. So some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn. Okay, and remember, these energies can be vice versa. You know, I don't know if they're your energies or your person's energy that you've come to this reading about. Remember, this is a general reading. Thousands of people are watching it. I'm just pulling on a collective energy. Okay, and remember that this is a relationship reading, soulmate, twin flames, whatever, where you have a strong connection to somebody. It can be anybody. It does not have to be your significant other, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. It can be anybody you have a strong, very strong connection with. And remember, soulmates are not only in a romantic sense. Soulmates can be anybody where, you know, you've come together to help each other to grow and evolve. All right? So let me turn this up just a bit. So let's start. Now, I usually pull 2 to 3 groups out of here, and sometimes the stories overlap. So you take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If this is not your story, don't try to make it fit, okay? All right, so first card, my Librans, 9 of Swords in reverse. Now this is a wonderful card to have in reverse, okay? Because it means that some of you may be in a place where you were just stressing yourself out. You could be anxious, you couldn't sleep at night. You've got all this negative thoughts going on in your head, but now it's reversed. So you're starting to release these negative thoughts that are ruminating in your head, okay? And under that, we have the Emperor. Okay, so some of you may be dealing with an Aries, okay? And the Emperor, this is, and some of you could also be just needing to stand in your truth, stand in your I am, take control of your life, and just stand in your truth, in your I amness, okay? And in your power. Take control of your life. And definitely take control of these negative thoughts that have been ruminating in your head, okay? And for some of you, the thoughts that may have been ruminating that you're releasing now may have had something to do with a wedding or a marriage. I don't know, some of you are planning to get married and it's frightening you to death, because this Emperor is also stability and security. This is a solid foundation here, building something solid. It can also be a government institution, you know, it can be government. Oh my God, look, the thing has gone off already. Or it could be, I don't know if some of you may have been in a third party situation that may have been keeping you up at night. But whatever it is, this here has something to do with a wedding, a commitment, commitment or stability and commitment in a relationship. Okay, and then for some of you, again, children may be affecting your relationship. Oh, we're at 25 minutes. I don't think I'm going to get to those cards. I'm sorry. So Page of Cups under children. So yes, some of you may either be dating someone younger that's very charming, or it could be that someone just has a very childlike, happy go, spirit about them. They may be emotionally immature. They may be making you some type of gesture or overture, buy you a gift, or want to take you out. Okay. As well as for some of you, this could be a younger person or a child. Okay, in your child, your partner's child, whoever. Okay. And then this has come up with the Death and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So here some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio, all right? But it looks as though something came to an end, or it underwent a huge transformation. Sometimes a Death card doesn't literally mean that a relationship has come to an end, but maybe the form of that relationship, the way it used to be, has come to an end. But with the Eight of Cups here, someone is going back to, or clinging to, or dependent upon it's like someone is going back or is dependent upon, I'm not sure here, upon maybe the way things used to be. But something has died, it's come to an end, it's transformed, but it's nearly as though someone is going back to something. You might be going back to transform this situation, okay? Or to end something. You might be going back to something to end it, all right? To end it or help to transform the energy into something newer and better, however that plays out for you, okay? And it may have something to do with children, all right? And healing family issues, King of Swords. So someone here is ready to come in and just cut out the dead wood, cut out anything that is not a part of the solution. This King of Swords will cut out. This can be a Libra, a Gemini, or a Aquarian, this energy. Okay, this is someone that's about solutions. Okay, what can we do to solve these situations? I don't want to hear the minutiae. What can we do to solve this situation? Okay, and that's coming up under healing family issues. And under that we have, bam, don't you always love to see this card, the Two of Cups? So definitely there is a strong connection, a strong love connection, a beautiful energy here. Okay. So some of you, like I said, or some of you could be dealing with a Piscean. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 water cards here that can be a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. So definitely I see a lot of this energy coming in here. That's about emotions, emotional support, emotional healing. Okay, but at the same time, someone here is using the head and the emotion. I had this for somebody. I had this for one of the signs last month, but it was the Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups, where there's going to be a balance of using logic and emotion, okay, to heal some family issues. Okay, where there may be children involved, okay? And for some of you, it can have to do with issues that go back to your childhood, or it can have something to do with your parents, okay? But the bottom of the energy here, we have this beautiful King of Cups energy. This is someone that is very emotionally supportive. Remember, these cards are neither male or female. They are not gender specific. It's just the feminine and the masculine animus and energy side of the energy of how it's being expressed. Okay, so this is Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpion energy that's being expressed here, that's very emotionally supportive and emotionally available. However, here's another Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer card. This has come up in reverse. So someone here may either not feel like socializing, you may have been good friends but you fell out. There could have been maybe some interference from friends, okay, that has caused some disappointment and heartbreak. And for some of you, like I said, in this wedding situation, maybe someone was in a third-party situation, and that third-party situation has come to an end because this person realizes that they love you, Libra, and they want to take this relationship to another level of commitment. They want to make sure that you feel supported and secure, okay? Yeah. And there's someone here that's not happy being single anymore. So I don't know if that's you, Libra, or if that's the person you've come to this reading for. So there's someone here that feels a little bit alone. There's someone here also that is not socializing much, or it can be that somehow your friendship with your person has somehow been affected, or someone has ended a third-party situation that was causing you or causing them a lot of grief. Okay, so what's the Nine of Swords in reverse? I don't think I'm going to get to the Oracle and Spirit cards. I'm sorry. This camera cuts off at 38 minutes, regrettably. Why is the Nine of Swords in reverse? Yeah. The Nine of Swords is in reverse with the Tower in reverse. Someone is afraid that something is going to change or come to an end or come crashing down, and they are trying to prevent that from happening. This is under the wedding card. This situation involves marriage. So some of you may be feeling that the stability of your marriage or of your partnership may be in question, that the foundation may be rocked somehow, the stability. And it's as though someone here is trying to prevent that from happening, okay, which was causing you or your person to feel stressed out, like you're thinking about it a lot, ruminating, okay. What's the Emperor here? It seems as though the Emperor is just like wait and see. There's someone here that is in their I am. They're taking control, okay, of their life. They want structure, they want stability, but they're just waiting. They're waiting for the right moment. They're waiting for divine timing, okay. They're very passive at this moment. They're not really actively pushing forward. They're waiting. Okay, so this is you. So this is either you or your person. So under children, the Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups here? Your love life is being affected by children. Okay, so some of you may have children, some of you may want children. Okay, so you've got the Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So someone is releasing something here. It's funny that you have the Death here and you have the Death in this card. Someone is releasing and letting something go, something that they used to value. Not that they don't still value it, but they were clutching onto this. You know when you clutch onto something that you value, that you're afraid of losing, so you clutch onto it tighter. But the Grim Reaper is here saying, let it go, let it go. Okay, so this card, that this card in reverse is this person releasing their clutch in faith. Okay, and I don't know what that has to do with this Page of Cups. For some of you, coming up with children, maybe some of you have had to release children. Maybe some of your children have flown out of the nest. They've gone to college, they've gone out to school, and you've had to let them go. Okay, and let them grow up. All right. Let me see. Because there has been a change. Something has come to an end. There's been a change, but someone is still looking back. They're still looking back and unable to move forward after the change, after the transformation. That's what I wanted to say. I couldn't find my words. Yeah. Someone here feels as though they lost something. It's like they're mourning something. Okay? Whenever you see the Death card, those of you that have been watching tarot readings, you know that we're not talking about a physical death, but someone is mourning the loss of something that they didn't want to let go of, or they didn't want to release. Okay? Or didn't know how to release. They're mourning the loss of something. Okay? Like I said, I don't know. Because this is a love reading, relationship reading. So this is under children. So I can only surmise that for some of you, you may have kids that have just gone off to college or about to go off to college. Okay? Or they're leaving the house. They're turning into young adults and they taking more responsibility for their life and need more space. But someone here is still trying to hold on after the fact. They feel a loss. They feel as someone here feels a sense of loss here. So healing, healing, healing. Okay? So hence healing family issues. Okay? So, the Two of Cups. So, some of you are going to be being more analytical, using logic, okay, to heal these issues. Wow, what was I saying? This came up in another reading. I don't remember who it was, the counterparts. So, this, for some of you, you are a married couple or you're a couple that's committed to each other. There's a lot of love here, okay? But this Queen of Swords,